What's up, guys? Welcome to the Stats Free Sports channel. Here to bring you a video discussing a rumor that the Spurs are out of the possible Trae Young sweepstakes that might happen this offseason. I will also discuss some other possible trade destinations for Trae Young this offseason. Let's get into it, guys. As we all know, the Hawks season is now over. It's been over for a while now, but it's over. Season's done for the Hawks, and rumor came out about a day or two ago now that the San Antonio Spurs and Greg Pop, they don't feel like Trae Young's a good fit for Victor Wembanyama and his growth and his development, and I do agree. Trae Young is a good player. He peaked a couple years ago. I forgot what year, 2021, I think. He hasn't really played that great since. No, like I said, very, very good, not great. And to me, he's not really a floor general. He gets his numbers, he gets his assist numbers, but he's not really a floor general in that aspect that I think fits well with Victor Wembanyama. That's where the additional part of rumor, that was put out that the Spurs either want Chris Paul or Dejounte Murray, former Spur and now Trae Young's teammate, which I think makes a lot more sense. But the Chris Paul one was a little wild. Chris Paul from 5, 10 years ago, maybe 7 years ago, made sense. But right now, Chris Paul, it's a little tough for me to really, buy into that. But the idea of Chris Paul, that type of player, makes sense. So I will give into that. But as far as Trae Young goes, yeah, I'm not really in love with the fit of him and Victor Wembanyama either. When the news came out throughout the season that the in the offseason, the Spurs might want to look into Trae Young, I never really fell in love with it. DeJounte Murray would have been a great option if they kept him, which they can get him back. There's nothing wrong with that. Maybe even D'Lo from the Lakers. I think somebody of that nature, someone who's a more willing, more capable floor general, and also someone who can defend. Trae Young has never been excused or he's never been mistaken for being a good defender, a plus defender. Small, guy gets abused in most positions, post, blew by sometimes. So, he's never been confused for being a good defender. So, with that Spurs team, it's not really a bad thing because if Victor is in the paint, he can definitely swat anything that comes his way. So that's not really the worst thing, but still you want someone who can defend and lock up and put a hand in someone's face when given the chance opportunity. So I don't know. Like I said, I never really loved the fit with him and the Spurs. Now on to some other options for Trae Young. If the Spurs aren't in the mix, obviously the next option is Los Angeles Lakers. Wouldn't love that fit either, but he would give LeBron and AD some much needed aggression on offense. Reeves tries sometimes, Rui tries, but they need another star. I don't know if Trae Young is the guy because most likely a trade will have him involve Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, and probably Gabe Vincent plus picks. That's a lot. That's a lot to give up for, like I said, a guy who can't defend, but he will give you help on the offensive end. So that's something that it's a pro to get Trae Young, but it's a very big con to lose on two big pieces in Reeves and Rui Hachimura. So that's tough. That's tough there for me. But I do think they are looking into it. But I think end all be all, I think they will say no to getting Trae Young. I think Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, someone like that makes more sense in my eyes. Next up, a sneaky team, a team who's on the rise this year, a team that's in the playoffs, and that's the Orlando Magic. I had them going after maybe two guards, Ant Simons, and Anthony Simons from the Blazers. I think he could be traded. I had a video made for him to the Magic last year. I didn't ever put it out, but I had a thumbnail. I recorded, just never put it out. And then by the time I did, or I was about to, he signed a long-term deal, either a year or two ago, something like that. Whenever he got signed his extension with the Blazers, so I think Simons could go to the Magic, or it could be Trae Young. I think they're one piece away, a piece or two away, but I think a star guard would help out a lot. Jalen Suggs didn't pan out how we all thought. He's good. He's okay. He's serviceable, but he's not good as we thought that he would be from Gonzaga. Jonathan Isaac played well this year, so I think those two guys, Suggs and Isaac, going to the Hawks, and then you have Trae plus picks, obviously. And you have Trae Young going to the Magic to pair with Paulo and Franz Wagner and those guys there. I think that makes a lot of sense, in my opinion. I like that move a lot. Very sneaky move. Another move is one I have. I did this move at the trade that, my fact, I did this move last offseason that just passed. I did it during the trade deadline as well. And that's Dejounte Murray going to the Nets. But in this scenario, it would be the other Hawks guard, Trae Young, going to the Nets. Now, I've been saying since forever, the Nets have Mikal Bridges. You have to try to get him some talent. If not, trade him this offseason. So I say, if the Nets strike out in getting anybody worthwhile to pair with Mikal Bridges, go ahead and trade him and Cam Johnson. No need to wait till the trade deadline or the summer after. Go ahead, trade him now, get what you can at max value. I think that's the smartest move. So, if not Trae Young, if not DeJounte Murray, if not someone else I'm not thinking of right now, get rid of Mikal Bridges, set him free, get back 3 or 4 first-round picks for him, trade Cam Johnson, get it back a first for him or a good young player, and keep it pushing. No need to keep wasting time if you're the Brooklyn Nets, in my opinion. So, I think Trae Young could go there. That makes sense in my opinion. Next, Utah Jazz. I think the Utah Jazz are a super sneaky team. They have Lauri Markkanen, who they think is not movable. I thought he would be traded last off season or at the trade deadline. He was not, obviously. And that Jazz team has potential, but they need some star power there. Donovan Mitchell, obviously going for a while, a couple years now. Rudy Gobert going for a couple years now. They have a bunch of picks. They have assets. Trade that for a young star. I think Trae not that young now, but trade that for a star player. I think Trae Young could be the option there. It makes sense as well. So trade to the Jazz could be a super dark horse team. And then my last team I have, I'll say the Pelicans. I was gonna say the Miami Heat, but they got Rozier. Who knows about Jimmy Butler, his future. I don't know if they want to trade off a Harrow now, so I'm going to say no to the Heat. But I'm going to go with the Pelicans. They're in a weird spot. I said this last year. I'm going to say it again this year. They probably have to move off of somebody. I don't know who. Is it McCollum? Probably not Zion there. He looked good this year, stayed healthy for the most part, lost weight, looks in shape. So probably not Zion. But maybe Brandon Ingram, maybe trade him to the Hawks, straight up dang near for Trae Young, pair Ingram with Murray. That's not bad either, because the Pelicans, they're good. They're just not great. They have Herb Jones. They have a deep team. They just can't get it done. So, I don't know. I don't know what Pelicans can do to get better. Trade McCollum and swap him out for Murray. But I don't know. Not Murray, but Young. So McCollum goes to the Hawks, Young goes to the Pelicans, and keep Ingram, keep Zion, keep Herb Jones and those guys. I guess, that's something a little different, a little better. But Trae's better than McCollum, but he is not that much of a different field, because Trae in that system would still be relegated to a third option, like McCollum. He gets an assist, he scores, takes over here and there. Zion misses time a little bit. He's going to miss a couple games. Ingram misses a couple games, and Trae Young goes off then. But once the team is healthy, you're not going to get full go Trae Young. And McCollum plays better defense. So it's tough. Everything has its pros and cons. As I said before, I like him. I like Young a lot. But the no defense part, that's a huge con for a true contender. And, the offensive output is good, but it's not great as it once was back when he peaked, as I said, 2020, 2021, one of those years when he played the Knicks and had that crazy series and was the hated villain, whenever that year was. It seemed like so long ago now. Was it Sixers or the Nuggets or the Knicks or I don't know. My memory's so bad, but it's been a while now. It's been a while since we got that feel from Trae Young. And, hopefully that comes back, but it's doubtful now. In my opinion, it really is doubtful that Trae Young, that version of him, comes back. He was phenomenal that run, and he's looked okay since. He had his moments, but never really that dominant especially for a playoff stretch since. So that's my thoughts on Trae Young. But I do agree with the Spurs that Trae Young and Victor Wembanyama aren't the greatest fit, and they should go for Murray, go for D'Angelo Russell, maybe even Austin Reeves. I don't know who they would trade, maybe Vassell or something, but Kevin Johnson. But I don't think Trae Young's a great fit. But that's it for the video, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys next time.